1954, the year of the asteroid, the year of change. It altered the world forever. People began to develop unexplained abilities. Biological, enhanced, nascent talents seemed to appear at random, while others, well, they were just bent. In '58, Alexander Lloyd became America's most wanted criminal, and today he is still at large, but it's much more difficult to hide, and it's becoming harder to do what he does. Annoyed with Lloyd, Book 1 in the Bent series by Christopher Woods, narrated by Deborah Boker, available from Three Ravens Publishing on Amazon.
That worked out just like perfect on the time frame there because I had to run and get something. So, okay, before I start this off, if you have never had this, if you ever pass through Kentucky or West Virginia, it's okay, Gilly. This is just a random crap. Okay. You can like make faces and stuff at this one. I didn't know. Make faces. Okay, good. Little dinosaur. Okay, so if you ever pass through Kentucky or West Virginia, and you want something different that you've never had before because you're not from that area, there we go. Pick up a little bit of this deal, okay? So it's like ginger ale mixed with a little bit of Sprite, but it's got a better ginger flavor to it. To me, it's a meatier. But this is something we used to get this in the big tall bottles. You get it out of the freezer and then pop the top on the side, and you'd have a drink before you got up to the counter to pay for it. Brings back a lot of memories. I hadn't had this in a couple of decades, and we got some when we were up in Kentucky. So this time around, we are talking about Imaginarium from who the hell is blowing me up? Imaginarium Convention up in Louisville, Kentucky. We took 4 awards out of the Imagine Awards home. Well, Three Ravens took 3 awards, and I took one personal, sorta. So Wildcat Foreclosure of a Dream took Best Audiobook, and I've got to figure out how to get that to Mark Boyette. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to find out how to get in contact with him.
CKP.
Maybe. Chris said he had a hard time getting a hold of him too. I might have to actually go to Podium to get that trophy to him. We took the Sizemore Award again for the best small press for our community building and everything else that we're doing. We hosted both coffee clatches on Saturday and Sunday mornings. And, official Hillbilly Court was on the docket. I hosted BarCon. And the reason I did that was last year, there was nobody down there. After all the award ceremonies and everything else, there was like 3 people at the bar last year. Just, no, this isn't how it should be. So I told Holly, put it on the official schedule, and I'll take care of running it. I'll be present. I'll be there to help talk to people and guide them and all that good junk. Because, that's just one of my things. It took me so long to figure out how to go about the craft and the business. I absolutely want to help baby authors take a step up and figure out what they're doing. Even if it's just, this isn't what they want to do, because it is a lot of work if you want it to be more than a hobby. That didn't help none, did it? No. So we took the Sizemore Award, and Raven and the Crow, The Grey Throne took Best Fantasy. Dwarves of Rom, Omens of War took Best Steampunk Novel. So that's cool. We took awards again. It's another year we're award winning. It's awesome. Now we just got to pump out a bunch more stuff and put it out there for next year, because that's going to be cool. And, my Star Wars thing, I get to put it in there too. And hey, I just thought of something.
What?
Technically, it's a new title. I wonder if I get to put that up for the awards. It's a single collection by a single author. Technically,
You're gonna have to get that
I might
verified.
I can submit it and they just turn it down. We'll have to see. So the trip overall went good. We were up at 0300 Friday morning, busted out here about 4 o'clock, hauled up there, got the table set up, and right into it. Got into panels and everything. The content on the panels is awesome. They're bringing in a lot more content than we typically see down here in the Southern fandom side, because they're pulling from a different demographic. You got a lot of folks coming out of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Arkansas, that whole regional area, Michigan, and they're pulling a lot of different information in with it too. So it's not the same panels and same information over and over and over that we keep seeing down here, and it's nice. And we keep talking about LibertyCon and these others down here in DragonCon, and a lot of people are looking at coming down this way if they can get tickets at LibertyCon.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck. I think they sold out overall in 4 hours this year. I don't know how the original 750 hit the mark, but they still sold out in a few hours, and that's beautiful. Imaginarium is a decent convention to go to network and to learn. They've got a lot of people up there. Their genres, like LibertyCon, tends to be heavy mill sci-fi or hard science fiction, but that's also because they have a bit of a Bane backing. A lot of Bane people come to it. This one, they've got a lot of Christian fiction. They've got a lot of romance. They've got horror. I mean, they're heavy on those three, and really not a lot of science fiction when you start getting down to it. So we're coming in with our side of things. It's like, cool. We're like the new kids on the block, and we're bringing new stuff to their convention. They've got a independent movie angle. Independent filmmakers and stuff. They have their own awards and stuff up there. They have their screenwriters awards. Terry Brooks was the literary guest of honor, and that was cool to actually meet him. Great to talk to. I didn't get to talk to him for long. I wish I had more time, but I'll catch him at another convention, and he's still going around doing cons. All in all, it was a good experience. We had fun at the panels. I learned a lot of stuff. I went to a couple of marketing panels. I learned how to hack ebooks so that we can maybe get them in front of more people with the search engines. That was interesting. My wheels started spinning. They'd still been spinning. I just have to have time. I have to have the time to sit down and actually try one. And I'll end up using one of our newer ones, probably Dragoon. We'll see what it does to that one. It's sold a few, but it's not, oh my God, we're making a lot of money. So we'll see. We'll see what I can do with that after I do the hack. And if it works, then, oh, baby, that's cool. I'm going back through all the rest of the titles and doing that up. Let's see. Connected with more than a few people. Met an agent. That was cool. Talked with a couple of filmmakers who are interested in some of our works. Let's see. Well, Hillbilly Court and the Coffee Klatches. Those were an absolute hit. First day, Saturday morning, we had about 12, 15 people show up, I think it was. BarCon was actually pretty packed. Now, granted, we did have some CKP folks there. We had Kevin Steverson, Melissa Oltoff, H.Y. Greg, yeah. Haley was there. Nick Steverson was there. Mouthy Pup. And we had a good time. We really did. We talked. We compared notes on a lot of stuff. Oh, John Osborne was there too. We got a lot of people that are looking at our anthologies and stuff that are from those other demographics. So, it's going to get us other readers and other potential writers from other areas, not just sharing the same ones from down this way. That's one of the benefits of stretching legs and going elsewhere. Had a lot of people that were actually interested in the latest and greatest thing that we kicked off and actually started yesterday. It's the 45 to 50K. That's a challenge that I initially issued to two of the head minions, actually the head minions, because the word witch is more than a head minion. She kind of tells me what to do, and if I'm in trouble, I'm in real shit creek, They were kind of hemming and hawing on me, and yeah, I'm gonna pick on y'all. I'm gonna call y'all out. Like, okay, screw it. We're going to do this. This is the rules of engagement. 45 days, 50,000 words. Write a novel, invent a universe, and go. Yeah, Google Docs ate my outline, but Jenny Wren, she's at over 8,000 words in now. I'm like, okay, we'll do something here. We'll get there. Yeah, can you tell I got the con crud started up now? We got up there as soon as we hit the hotel. Apparently, that valley up there with that river, it's the river crud of the area right in there. And everybody just started clogging up sinuses and stuff. And I still got it. My ear ain't dropped out completely yet. But so after I issued that challenge initially to Phil and Jenny, I went ahead and kicked it out to the Three Ravens group and a couple other places, and went ahead and threw it up online. And we'll see what happens. You never know. Somebody might be just absolutely inspired and go with it. And I did it more or less just out of that wild, hairy ass idea of, let's do something. Let's stop talking about it. So kick it out there. Let's see what happens. Now, the one thing with it is, of those submitted within the first month, they are within the 45 days. They're the ones that have the opportunity to get the next publication slot. Everything else after that, we're still going to look at everything submitted, even if it's submitted after the 45 days. This is just for who goes next. Those that submit within the deadline get priority. Bring your A game. Well, you better be, Phil, because you owe me a book. Where's my novel? What?
Which one?
There's nothing in it. It's empty.
Come on.
Yeah, the kids try to steal a couple of those things.
Yes, we do.
But the main thing is just to get people right. One thing that really irks me about Nano is it becomes an excuse. It becomes a what's the freaking word? Enablement. People would only write during the month of November. Like, okay, well, if that's where you're happy and that's your jam, then cool. Well, you can write all year long. You can write every day. Even if it's just 500 words, it's 500 words. 500 words is one page in a Word doc. And that's progression. You don't have to kill yourself in 1 month and knock it out. So, get over there, give it a challenge. The Bible is Annoyed with Lloyd, the first book in the Bent series by Christopher Woods. He's supposed to be working on the Bible file for me, so it's easy access for everybody. He ain't done it yet. I won't beat him.
With us at con, what do you expect?
He had all yesterday to do it. I can pick on him.
I hear you.
Send 200 stars to see your comment here. What the hell is that? I don't know what that's talking about on Facebook. This thing's still wonky, so I got Facebook and YouTube up to see any chat streams. I'm surprised mine ain't popped in. She must be out in the garden today. No, and there's really nothing spectacular about the world of Ben. It's today with superheroes. That's really the gist of it. There are some specifics, but if you tell a good story, we can edit the specifics in or out as needed. So if you don't want to sit down and read Annoyed with Lloyd, then just go with a superhero story. Take your power of choice and run with it. It's all good. But after that, let's see, we got a few more days. The kickoff for the Car Wars anthology will be on August 1st. It's going to run for 45 days. Or not anthology, Car Wars Kickstarter. I have Dave Hensley's already, well, it's already been through editing. It's with Steve Jackson for review. Christopher Woods is about to turn his in, and then I'll get that over to Steve for review, and we'll be cranking those out. And I'm expecting 2 or 3 more by October if the timelines work out of everybody submitting. But that Kickstarter, it's going to get us a little extra funding so I can do some special stuff like coins and shirts and get us some cool swag, um, and help with pushing the word out, getting the advertising and stuff like that. Um, I'm more the more I talk to people and especially folks that have run Kickstarters before, the more I'm learning the benefit of doing these things, even if they're just little. One, it's a tool to help you promote what you're working on. You don't necessarily have to make a whole shit ton of money, but you can use it as a promotional tool. It gets the word out to another crowd that you wouldn't normally get it to. You know, it's awareness. And the Kickstarter community is pretty big. People back stuff just to back stuff because they want to back something of the arts. So that's something interesting I found when reading through all the details on it and researching doing Kickstarters. So hopefully we'll bring another demographic to Three Ravens Publishing. Um, I'm I've been talking with a couple of different conferences, and looks like I might be showing up elsewhere. I'll be showing up in Chicago in November. I'm still waiting on the details and the contract, but I've been invited to In the Trenches up in Chicago. It's a writers conference similar to LibertyCon, from my understanding. Um, I'm not sure what all else they're going to have there. I know DJ Butler's going to be there. Jody Lynn and I is going to be there. Um, they've already got me up on the guest page, so I don't know who else is showing up, but it's going to be interesting. I'll get up into an area that I'm not used to being in and traveling in new circles. It only means I get to set a bar con and make new connections. And everybody's been around me. Y'all know how it is. I'll talk to just about anybody. Um, but otherwise, Imaginarium was good. It was fun. Um, Made a lot of connections with other publishing companies. Heather says bring peppers tonight. Okay, if I can remember. There's a whole bunch on the table. Um, um, no, I've been talking with the other publishers, and we're going to do a little something to help boost the signal with each other and help to get each other's stuff out there. I mean, it sure as hell can't hurt, and if we make it as minimal as possible on the workload, then it makes it easier for the other people to help you. Oh, speaking of part of that, so the guys over at Jumpmaster Press, they're facilitating box sets. If you have your titles and you want to put them into a box set, they're working on the box sleeves, and they ain't got a bad pricing. So holler at Kyle and Gene over at Jumpmaster Press, and they can get you the details on that. Tell them Hillbilly sent you, and I don't know, maybe they'll like not turn you away or something. But that'll at least give them an idea of where you came from and how you knew about it. Data is important. Data to analyze, to understand how things are happening and why they're happening. That's why I'm always asking how people how they hear about Three Ravens or where they heard about, because it gives me an idea of what our reach is. If it's a Google search, cool. So everything that I've been doing, pushing things out on the internet, has worked. It's boosted us so we can be found easily. If it's word of mouth, even better. Well, who is that word of mouth? If it's somebody I don't know, hell, that 7 degrees of separation or seven degrees of Kevin Bacon, how far out did it go and still get to somebody new? So that kind of stuff interests me to find out, just because it gives me more data to analyze and mull about in my head. Nothing bad happened at all that I can think of. At least nothing I knew of. They had a couple room parties that were decent. Matthew made me one hell of a mojito. Oh my, that thing was good. The mead was accepted and loved as usual.
And didn't come back.
Yeah, it didn't come back. It went with Daddy Bear, Tom Roggenby, and the North Texas Misfits, who were hanging out at his house during the convention. They come up because Jim Curtis was up for a couple of awards. So they came in force, and we got to hang out with the folks over at Racketeer Press. So Ian and the Moms of the Apocalypse, Jonna and Courtney were there. So that was good. That was fun. But yeah, I think that's about it. It's a decent little con to go to try and make connections and all that. If you're going to sell, you're not going to make much. We came back in the hole, but that's to be expected. I mean, most conventions, if you do your author math, you're not there to make money. You're there to make those long haul connections and find those opportunities. If you make your money, awesome. That's even better because it makes the author math look good. I'm looking at a couple of expos to potentially see how those do and how our products do there, just to learn that side and maybe bring some extra cash in. It makes it easier to go to these other conventions. Um, but no, that's one thing that more than a few of the publishers and a lot of the other authors were saying that look, there's no one to buy. It's all authors, and it's all authors and panelists. We're sharing a lot of really good information and learning a lot of good stuff. But it'd be nice to make it easier on the pocketbook. I think it's about $125 for a weekend pass. I was spotlighted, so I have mine taken care of. Hotel ain't too bad. It was $112 a night. I mean, that's better than some. Better than the Marriott, that's for sure. Better than any of the Hiltons I've been to because those things are pricey. Hotel's older. It's decent though. I mean, it's clean. Yeah, it ain't got bugs or anything like that. Um, Food at the breakfast bar, $10 a pop. That's not bad for a breakfast buffet. I mean, you can load up. You can literally load up your plate on eggs, bacon, and sausage, gravy, biscuits, and big old even. Yeah, I ate good. Um, Food wise, other than that, 5 minute walk and you got plenty of eateries. The Mexican joint we went to it last year. It's amazing. Let's see, full weekend event tickets walk up rate 135, single day event ticket walk up rates are as follows: Friday single day is 55, Saturday single day 65, Sunday single day 50. Okay, so that's their pricing. That's a little high compared to what we got down here in Southern Fandom. But it's coming from a different area, different demographic. I'm going to talk to these other publishers. I'm going to put together a little AA or after action report for Holly and Steven, and things that we see, things that we've thought about, possible suggestions on how or what we could do better. Because it's a nice little con. It's got a good vibe. This is their 10th year, and it's got a good energy. It's just small. So, and looking at that as a home for Three Ravens as a home con, that's something I got to balance. Well, can we make money there to offset the cost? But we're in a different area, and they have the awards. That's something that a lot of conventions don't have. They have their own awards that are that do have merit. They go through and they read the finalists. They all read the finalist slots, and then they vote. So it's on the merit of the work. It's not a popularity contest. If it ever does, then it's not worthwhile. You can come in, Bug. You can come in. This is a random one.
Yes. Oh, I was like, oh shit, I'm in the background. No, you're fine.
Hey, bring one of those peppers over here. Bring bring that big red crackly one.
It's at the bottom of the basket.
What happened to my game?
Well, there's another big red crackly one right there. So that's something I got to look at as a home con. Oh my God, for Three Ravens. Yeah, look, we go away for the weekend and I get nice red crackly jalapenos.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's this basket right here, and then there's another whole of these worth on the table.
yeah. So
and more.
when those peppers get that nice red, that's when they start going sweet. You get that bitter. Same thing on bell peppers. So if you grow your own, let them sit for a while longer. Let them go red. You get a different flavor profile, and it's nice. Real good when you stuff them like that. So no, I it's something I got to balance out. And is it a worthwhile home con for us. You know, I'm looking at Mid-South Con, but Mid-South Con was kind of going down. Melanie Cordova. Oh my. Hi, Mel. Where's Jason at? You let him out of the house?
You freed him?
Yeah, you freed him?
Why?
I was looking at Mid-South Con, but apparently the location they had was crap or something like that. And it's kind of been going downhill. So I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. A lot of people tell me about Tupelo Con, but that's kind of far for a home con. I'd do Chattacom, but it's really small and not growing. So I don't know. Liberty Con will always be my personal home con, but not necessarily for Three Ravens, because I want someplace that the company can grow with the convention. Come here, Gomez.
Cat.
All right, podcast kitty.
Podcast.
Ow! Claws!
Not editor kitty.
No, it's not Hero the Editor kitty. It's the other
But
one.
you'll find him.
This one's a little feral.
Shy.
A little.
But that's right, buddy.
He just chills
Yeah,
out.
that's really something I got to look at and decide on. And next year we're not going to go. At least me and Meg aren't, because it's going to be our 20-year anniversary. But we've been together. She's put up with me that long. I'm taking Mama where she wants to go. We're going to go relax in the hot tub and drink drinks and chill. So we won't be at Imaginarium next year. The Ravens will probably be there, because I'm sure that we're going to be up for a couple more awards at least. We just got to. Oh, found the other one. Just got to see what we can get out and what we can submit. Oh, you woke him up. Look at him. He's poor. He's so tired. Come here, Hero. So, Hero the Editor kitty. Would you like to say something to the people, Hero? You're unimpressed. Okay. Hey, buddy. Good plan. Yeah, we got to keep Mama happy, right, Melanie? But no, the Ravens will probably be there in some capacity, depending. The tables, I think the tables were like $250 for a vendor table. I don't know what the artist creatives alley was cost wise. The downside with that is you either just cover up everything with a blanket or a sheet, and hopefully, dear God, he's shedding. Nothing walks away, or you pack it up for the evening. So, vendor hall at least gets shut up and locked up for the night. Had some decent foot traffic. We made some money. We didn't make nowhere near. I mean, we ended up spending basically what we made just in the vendor hall, trying to get back, bought some books and stuff like that. But it has a really good vibe. It's worthwhile to go peek in and check it out at least once, even if you're just going for the day trip thing. And if you're a baby author trying to get the word out about yourself, go out there, mingle, network, get on panels. Ask them to get on panels. If you get on as a panelist, your pass is only $50 for the weekend. So that's a bonus. Now, if you're not quite there yet, it is what it is. Trying to think what else. Phil, you still watching? What else can you think of? I didn't hear anything good about the banquet this year for the food. There were some issues, I guess. But they're stuck with hotel food. It's them catering. The one place that we did go to eat, the Cask, is like seriously 5 minutes away, and it is really good. The burgers were amazing. Decent beer. They didn't have a lot of dark and chewy. That's one thing I had against the bar. There was no dark and chewy at the bar. It was standard piss beer. The hotel was not hot. Okay, early days, AC wasn't working. No, it was actually pretty chill in the hotel. I know David and Lydia Shear, they had their table set up at one spot, and I guess when the AC kicked on, there was a vent right overhead, and it really started screwing with David's sinuses. And I don't know if that was, allergens, mold, blah, blah. I don't know. It could just be, I know people, they just get air blown on them and their sinuses clog up. So I don't know. David and Lydia were scrambling for boxes at the very end of the convention because The hotel staff picked up their boxes and got rid of them.
I'm
So-
not sure if it was the hotel staff or another vendor or what.
But they lost all their boxes, and they're like, "Hey, did you bring boxes? Did you sell out of stuff?" Like, no, we had totes, man. We didn't have boxes. Crap. So there was that. Couple of rooms were warm and toasty. There wasn't any room. Well, okay, no, the one room that was up behind the fern, the Calumet,
Calumet and Claiborne were both kind
both
of
a
warm.
little warm, but with the door open, there was some airflow. But all in all, no, the rooms were comfortable. The big main room was comfortable. The lobby, there wasn't really any problems with it. Triple Crown and Calumet, okay. The one under the stairs and then the one behind the fern.
The one under the stairs was Claiborne.
I mean, the hotel itself, it was probably built early 80s, mid 80s. It's got that vibe. The carpet's probably left from the 90s. Kind of looks like one of those backgrounds from high school pictures, you know. It's got the little laser light looking things. Stupid fly. But otherwise, yeah, there's apparently a pool there. We didn't go check it out. I have no idea what the quality of that is. But yeah, it's decent. It's just you're gonna pay a little bit for the place, but there's a potential of getting better contacts. Well, not really better, more contacts than you would if you were just staying down here in Southern Fandom from this area. Because it, like I said, it's a different demographic. So you can get different readers and different potential authors if you're a publisher looking to get in connections wise. If you're a publisher, or if you're an author looking for a publisher, well, there's publishers from other places. There was one, I don't remember the name of the guy. Let's see. The guy with the Sword and Sorcery, DMR Publishing. And oh my God, they had some beautiful old school Sword and Sorcery covers. I was like, yes. I didn't grab any of them because he had already packed them up by the time I come around to get one. And yeah, I didn't get. I had very few panels, but I still didn't get all that much time to go and wander the vendor hall and check out things. But no, you know, he came out of Chicago. There was another small publisher that they were out of St. Louis, I think it was. So, you know, if you're looking to get in, Hydra's from Louisville. There was Hydra, there was Jumpmaster, which they're out of Birmingham. Seven Star, which they're out of Lexington. You know, that's Holly and Steven. They're the ones that put on the convention. James and Jeanette Strode from Shadow Alley showed up for a little bit. Got to talk to them. It's been. I keep trying to sit down and talk to James, and we're always busy at the conventions. But I actually got a chance to sit down and talk to him. I can't think of the others. There was Bassett, yeah. Per Bassett. But I'm not sure where they're out of, honestly, come to think of it. And I don't know. I don't know where they're out of, honestly. There were some people there from Oklahoma. Tail Rider, Michael Swain, he's one of them. He come up out of that area just to come to this convention. It's one of his favorites. He's enjoying it now, it looks like. He came last year. We hooked up, talked for a while, and that was good. So yeah, it's got a lot of potential. It really does. It's got a lot of potential to grow, but not at that location, I don't think. They could get a lot more foot traffic if they advertise to the campuses, because you got University of Kentucky, Louisville, East and West campus there. And if they advertise to them, that might bring in some more foot traffic. But then you're looking at college kids and then the price tag. So, I mean, if the day pass was $25 for a college kid to come in, depending on who they had, and with the film side of things, then they go ahead and get like some voice actors or some Hollywood actors, stuff like that. Because there's a lot of us that have other contacts that we could help out. Well, they've still got the horror movie thing going on too. And that's one of the elements I really like about it, because there's filmmakers there that we can actually talk to about potentially screenwriting, learning how to screenwrite, or getting some of our stuff turned into films, even if it's just a short film, even if it's just like a 5-minute thing. I don't know. It might be Fear Fest. So, you know, there's, like I said, there's a lot of really good potential. But on the side for selling, You know, you start looking at your author math, cost of bullshit ratio, cost that you're paying to come into this thing. Is it worth what you're getting out of it? And if you're looking for table sales, no, it is not. If you're looking to sell, you're not going to make any money. I mean, that's just the way it is. If you make money, cool. But so far, we've not made our money back. I don't think a lot of people did. And it was the vendors and the panelists that were there coming in and buying stuff. So it's just kind of everybody sharing the love, which is good. You know, that's still a good thing. Why is Seska sending me a TikTok? I'm busy doing a podcast. Can't you see this woman?
Maybe it's relevant.
Yes, cons are networking. Money is bonus. If you ever go to a standard convention like Liberty, Chattacon, you know, Imaginarium, and you expect to make a lot of money, you're fooling yourself. You generally don't make a lot. I mean, we pulled in about $1,200 at the table at LibertyCon, but that still didn't cover the cost. I mean, the hotel room for the weekend for me was over $700, I think. So, but the networking is where you make your payoff. It's the long haul win. The networking, the connections, the potential work. You're lining up jobs, getting anthologies. Hey, this is an open universe. I get to come play in this. That's where your payoff is on the long haul. And you know, but if you're making money hand over fist, by God, more power to you. But that's one of those reasons why we're looking at like I'm looking at the Huntsville Comic Expo, Fanboy Expo. I'd like to do at some point. I keep hearing good things about that. I'm looking at Metrotham Con here in Chattanooga and the Chattanooga Comic Con that just started up like year before last. They're sold out on their tables right now, but I'm looking at having a promotional table, and I'm waiting on details back from them about what actually entails a promotional table. Can I put my books up there for display? Hey, this is the kind of products, this is the quality of what we're doing, you know, to show one, customers, two, potential authors. This is what we're doing. This is how we're promoting. This is what we're doing to show off our authors. We're not just standing back. And if I can't, then I'll adjust it and I'll figure out some other way. You know, if it's just flyers, bookmarks, and I get a big banner in the back, that's what I do. Because that one I get to do for free. So, okay, yeah, I'll go spend a weekend sitting over there talking to people and let them ask me what Three Ravens Publishing is. And then I can maybe still pimp some books and sell some stuff online. If I've got cards with QR codes. Oh, wait, shit. Wait, I can get cards in like a week or two. So, all right, we're good there. Or what do you want?
Cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese.
Yes.
At least you're eating something with something resembling protein instead of carbs.
I'm eating some. I ate pizza last night.
Yeah, but it's not carbs. That's not carbs. That's got protein. That's a good thing. Scrawny, he's still in picky tan stage. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on Imaginarium. Good little con. Lots of great energy. Good people. Got improvements. It could be done. Got growth. It could be done. Put some tomatoes from the garden in there. He won't eat tomatoes. I wish he would. We got plants loaded with them. You saw those peppers? Tomatoes are just loaded. We went away for the weekend and everything exploded. So yeah, it's a worthwhile con to go check out. Good vibes. But like I said, unless the dates are like way different from where we're going to take our anniversary trip and we can afford it, then we're just not going to be there. The other Ravens might, but me and Meg won't. We'll be off doing our own thing. But yeah, so that's going to be it for the night or today. Yeah, I got clocked back in the day job. Yay. No, I'm going to can tomatoes. Shut up. You ain't getting them, Phil. I'll bring you peppers tonight. All right. Buttons. Where's my buttons? I'm surprised Maya didn't show up. I'm disappointed. Mom's not here to heckle me. So, all right. Until like next time I get a wild hair up my ass or next week when I really need to be doing this to give updates, I'll catch you guys later. Out.
Atlanta cabbie by day, amateur auto duelist by night, Ricky Turner is living the dream. That is, until he wakes up in a Gold Cross facility to discover his last match was more than a failure. It was a fatality. Indebted for the cost of the clone body and reboot, Ricky heads back to the arena to do the one thing he knows how to do: drive offensively. But at the rate amateur matches pay out, it'll take several lifetimes to pay his debt. Luckily, the AADA has announced a new nationwide road rally designed to challenge even the hardiest of auto-dueling teams. Dead Man's Run. Can Ricky and his clandestine crew traverse the wasteland from Atlanta to Sturgis, survive against packs of cannibals, roving biker gangs, and amateur auto-duelists out to make a name for themselves? Welcome to the world of the Car Warriors Auto Duel Chronicles. Tales from the freeways of the future, where the right-of-way goes to the biggest guns and death sports rule the airwaves. From clandestine highway battles to primetime arena combat, jump behind the wheel, follow the fast-paced action, and never forget to drive offensively.
In a world where magic is controlled by law and government, mages are both coddled and persecuted. Corey Monroe knows she isn't a mage, and her best friend is. Reality isn't always what you know. If you are looking for an urban fantasy with found family, an education-based magic system, and evolving storylines, try My Luck by Mel Todd, book 1 in the Twisted Luck series. Available exclusively on Amazon.